Hello and welcome back to Team Ion Presents Let's Play Medieval 2 Total War. This is Darius and let's pick up where we left off. Although, you know, now that I say that, there's not much point in saying it because we are always going to pick up where we left off. I adjusted the speed of the... I'm not sure what to call it, the camera I guess, to hopefully make it a little less sensitive. Anyway, in the last thing we did was we attacked Smyrna and we took it over as Prince John Komnenos, the future Emperor John. And yeah, let's go.
Your orders, noble one.
I probably should have actually saved the game after the turn, so I'm going to have the turn and then we'll carry on. Oh, that priest, he's just become a heretic. So I'm going to have to deal with him. Thankfully I have a bishop close by. Oh. A suitable candidate for adoption. Prince John wants to adopt a son. Why not? They want me to attack Rhodes. Okay, sure, we'll need a fleet for that. We are the strongest faction? Yes, the Byzantine Empire rules. We are the largest faction. Nikephoros Myron feels appreciated. He's our son-in-law. And we actually have a bit of profit definition. Nice. Okay. First of all, let's go deal with that heretic.
My lord,
there's a 55% chance we can deal with him. Okay. I don't want to be sending my...
God's servant. Who is the purveyor of heresy?
Heretic.
Heresy deserves.
Sorry.
No
I don't want to be
less.
sending a priest into a heresy area where there could... I mean, I don't want to make a new priest in Constantinople where he could fall into heresy as well. So anyway, let's hope that our Byzantine bishop will be able to deal with them in the meantime.
Your orders, noble one. We will engage them honorably, my lord. We shall continue at first light.
Let's just recruit a few mercenaries, just some archers in order to really ensure that we go well with that attack on Durazzo. In the meantime, let us take Nikephoros. No,
Orders.
Sorry.
Your orders?
Let's take the ships
Yes, my
into
lord.
port. Take
Your orders,
Nikephoros
noble one.
Your Majesty.
and 2 spear
Yes.
militia.
Orders.
Okay, sorry,
Your
did
Majesty.
that wrong.
Yes.
Onto the ship,
Onward.
and they will attack Rhodes.
Plotting course now, my lord. Dropping anchor
Constantinople
until morning.
is a bit annoyed at us that we took away their defenses, but don't worry, we'll deal with that. And let's get a bit of trade action going on. Actually, farming is probably the better choice. Well, it may not necessarily be the better choice, but you know, I do like to build things in groups. That way they all get made at the same time. Everyone seems to be happy. Public order is in order. A Turkish diplomat.
Have you come to negotiate?
If a diplomat comes to you and doesn't actually offer you anything, it's a good sign that they're about to attack. So it might be an idea to have some troops at the ready. Sadly, I can't really afford that at the moment, so next turn I'll have to. And I think that's all we can
Your
do at the
orders,
moment.
number one.
So, next turn. Now, he's going to try... Well, if he doesn't actually offer anything, that means they're about to attack usually.
Noble one, we have something for you.
They're offering trade rights and map information. Well, that's good.
Our gratitude for this act of wisdom shall not die soon.
Now, allegedly, there is a sort of a trick, not necessarily a cheat you can do, but you can offer, see how it says we're under the cursor, make single payment, you can offer them 1 florin as a gift. and then you can offer another florin, and eventually you can get your relations with that faction up to perfect just by offering one florin at a time. But since we're going to have to attack the Turks anyway, I don't feel the need to do that. So we're done here.
Words with meaning. Farewell.
Okay. Bishop,
My lord.
I'm just going to save just in case this doesn't work and I have to go back. Although I don't think we're in range of that heretic.
Who does my lord suspect? This apostate will pay for forsaking God.
Okay, and this priest is not too pious, but you know, generally, unless you have specialized buildings that can improve the agent's skill, generally they start off pretty low on the fodder. The fodder? Sorry, on the chain. I'm going to make 2 units of peasants here, because I'm going to get rid of those spearmen and replace them with peasants. As a general rule, I do like to have peasants reinforcing my castles, unless I'm stockpiling them troops in there for an invasion of some sort of faction. Everyone should have a priest. Religion is extremely important in this game, regardless of how you feel about it in real life. Because back then, pretty much everyone was religious. Oh, there isn't a church here, is there? Whoops. I guess it's not big enough to have a church. It's just a motte and bailey. I think it's the most basic form of castle you can have. Iconium. In the history of Byzantium podcast, Manuel Komnenos is about to try and attack Iconium. I don't think he's going to succeed. Anyway, let's have a fight.
God will be with us, men. To battle!
Since they don't have walls, we can
Without
attack
question,
immediately.
We shall begin the siege. God will help the faithful prevail. We attack!
Now, I realise we're going to be talking about things like religion, jihads, crusades. This is a controversy-free channel. All stuff in the game is as it relates to the game, and I will keep my personal opinions to myself. What just happened? Sorry, for some reason the game minimized. Anyway, are we going to get a speech?
The love of God is 1,000 times stronger than any mortal armor. His wrath against our foes is 1,000 times better than 1,000 arrows. Our faith gives us his aid, and more. It will give us victory. Now, cry for the Virgin, and look for that victory. These rebellious knaves and villains are not fit to breathe the same air as we honest men. They must all die before dawn comes again. This is a mercy, because they richly deserve the gallows for turning against their betters. And now any man here who is not praying for our victory had better make his peace with God, or he'll find none with me hereafter. Now, bring me my broadsword and let me kiss the cross before I fight! Units, await my orders.
Alright, so I think the best thing to do here... Also, I think I'm going to have to start skipping the speeches in the future, because generally they will say the same things. I want both the archers behind the spears. And the cavalry over here. Basically what I'm going to do is send everyone forward until I can get to the position where the archers can fire. And if the enemy rebel... they've got archers as well. Well, what else do they have? Light infantry. They had 3 units, didn't they? And light infantry. Okay, they shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. basically I want the cavalry there. I was half expecting the rebels to actually let's speed this up. Basically the spearmen will defend the archers will just fire arrows. But it looks like the rebels aren't actually going to be doing what I expected them to do, so... So we're gonna have to go up to them. And we'll keep the general, who I've forgotten his name, I think it was Theotokios. We're gonna keep him out of the way. The spearmen should enable their Shiltron, because that's a good defensive unit, and it looks like they're doing pretty well against the rebels anyway. Archers, attack those infantry. Actually, maybe my men aren't doing as well as I thought they were. Oh, okay, that explains it. Oh gosh, John, get in there. Wait, your name's not John. These people broke rank and... No, no, don't turn your back on the enemy. Run. We need the cavalry in this situation because we're gonna the missile troops, those are missile troops, they will be pretty useless against the cavalry. So we're going to send the cavalry in to flank these troops, these light infantry, town militia, and everyone.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, only half the enemy force remains.
Now the best thing to do with cavalry is not to send them all in at once.
My lord, only half our force remains.
Right. With any luck, this guy will be the general. The best thing to do with cavalry is to rush in, do a cavalry charge, get out of range, and then do another cavalry charge. Preferably when you're flanking or you're to the backs of the enemies. Anyway, the archers can deal with them. In fact, maybe if we switch to flaming arrows, then they'll rout. Actually, no, flaming arrows they're good at causing enemies to rout, but they're not very accurate and they use more ammunition. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those units are broken, they're not going to come back. I'm not going to commit to a cavalry charge until all my archers have used up all their ammo. And you can also retrain, you can retrain and fully restore the numbers of troops you have in units. If you're in a city or if they're a castle specialty unit, you can do it in a castle. So we can get these troops we've lost back. You can't do it if a general dies, obviously the general is dead, but you can get their bodyguard back. Those two spear units have routed, they're not coming back, but you know what? I don't think we need them. In fact, I'm going to have my archers fire on them. Actually. Yes, use your loose formation. No, don't rush in there. Not sure whether... Probably better to attack the enemy archers actually, because... maybe we could get away with a cavalry charge. Run. You can actually run out of time in battles unless you've got that setting turned off. I don't, so... Right. Theotokos, make me proud. Man, I should tell them to stop firing. Get in there and fight hand to hand, and be quick about it.
It is unwise to praise the day. We are blessed.
Yes.
The enemy general is dead. We have sent the idiot to hell.
And everyone.
My lord, our men have taken control. Victory is ours, but only by a sword's edge.
I do seem to have a habit of winning my battles quite closely, so that means a lot of people die in my fights. But technically, unless it's a unit like a general, everyone's replaceable. And the units that survive do gain experience.
The day is ours. The enemy are beaten.
And now we have Durazzo.
Noble lord, we have conquered.
There's not enough well, this settlement was so tiny, there's no point in doing sacking it, so we literally can't get anything from it, so we'll just occupy it. Trade increase, dread, probably because we sacrificed so many men to win. A veteran warrior, that's his retinue, as in he now has a veteran warrior who serves him. And somehow, even though he had... Oh, because he gains 2 chivalry because he chose to occupy rather than sack or exterminate. Anyway. Okay. High taxes, because we can't really afford anything. This is a... You see, we could retrain, but we don't have the money for it, so, yeah, this is a modern base. Oh, no, it's a village. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, we're not doing we're doing actually not bad.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, why isn't he in the army?
Your
Nikephoros.
orders, noble one.
What?
Your
Did I?
orders?
Oh, I thought I sent
Yes, my
Alexius in, which might not necessarily be a bad thing, but anyway.
Full sails. This is as far as we go today, my lord.
Let's do this. Now the Turk's going off to negotiate with someone else, presumably. A little bit of money. Zoe Komnenos. I'm going to use the Greek pronunciation because that's all I'm hearing in the history of Byzantium. Yeah, nice little profit definition. I like to get all the things to do with trade. Actually, no. Get the troops with the least amount first. Trade or economy, because, you know, you do need a good economy to succeed in this game. I get the feeling Venice and Turkey are going to attack me at any minute.
Ready to trade.
Oh yes, and
God's service.
this heretic. I'm sorry if I'm babbling, because I know what I'm doing, but I may not be doing the
Who
best
is
job.
the purveyor of heresy?
Alright, RNGesus, please help. Yep, I succeeded in denouncing this heretic. He is dead, so we usually gain a piety increase. Yes. Which means our priest is more pious and more likely to defeat heretics in the future.
Yes, Lord.
Good. Just gonna... Because I meant to... Oh, this has been 20 minutes. We've done a battle. Sorry, I just had to go out there. That's an imperfect Darius moment. To see how
orders?
long we'd been recording for.
Plotting course now, my lord. Dropping anchor until morning.
Because I don't want these recordings to be too long. Everyone is building something except Constantinople, but we don't really have the money for it anyway, so... onwards we roll. Eventually we will have to build up an army to take on the Turks and the Venetians. But we should get our economy in order first. Okay, priests. Who's that? Oh, it's our spy.
Where to, sire?
You can send them on missions to, against, like, captains are the very basic,
Investigate.
Ooh, the Venetians are right there.
Is over.
See that how it says Captain Donato? And the chance of success is 95. Captains don't have...
I am neither friend nor foe, your majesty.
Captains aren't really proper generals, they're just the most basic leader of an army, and you can get a lot of experience into your units or agents by sending them to have missions against captains, like spying on them, assassinating them. They just get replaced by other captains. But if you have a really trained assassin, then say the Doge of Venice came to try and attack my lands, and I assassinated him, his army would be a lot less experienced. So you got to think about creative ways to use what you have for your advantage.
Admiring the enemy, eh?
Bless you, Lord. Back on.
Yes. Attacking on your command.
See how I had to auto-resolve that battle?
Our fleet is victorious.
That's because you don't have
Your
proper
orders,
naval
Noble One.
battles in this game.
We will engage them honorably, my lord. Without question, we shall begin the siege.
2 battering ram and a ladder. That ought to do it.
Besieging forces reporting, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
I think if we manage to take Rhodes, I won't keep it as a castle. I'll turn it as a town. Towns are good for, or cities, they're good for making money, and castles are good for specialized military units. Might be an idea to start building up an army in Corinth if we're going to take on the Venetians. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Why are they all horse archers, honestly? Yeah, might as well start, because the Venetians will... you will get turned on in this game, basically. Mustering Hall. I suppose we do need peasants. As a general rule, I just accept things like marriage proposals and stuff like that because you need family, and if your family runs out, you lose the game. Not important.
Sire. Moving in unseen.
I mean, it tells us that there's that little cutscene. I could have let that play out. What happens is your agent will attempt to do whatever their task is, and they'll either get caught and run away, they'll get caught and get killed, or they will succeed. That's if it's a spy or an assassin. And yeah, because we're using a spy, we've lost a little bit of chivalry, or Alexius has, because in theory an honorable person isn't supposed to be using spies, but
Where to,
our spy
sire?
should have a little bit more experience now. Why isn't that working? Might not be the worst idea to turn this into a castle. Who cares? That decision may come back to haunt me, but I am preparing for fighting the Venetians.
Your orders, Noble One.
Okay, let's... this should be an easy fight.
God will be with us, men. To battle!
In fact, I could probably just... Yep, I would have resolved it, and it probably would have done better than I would have done in this fight, so that's nice and easy. And we succeeded the mission that the council gave us.
A most honorable victory, my noble lord. Our courage has prevailed. These lands are yours, my lord.
We could make 400 florins just by sacking it, but we're going to occupy it. We're going to be nice, because we don't want these people to turn on us and their ex-Byzantine lands anyway. Okay. Repair the castle that presumably got damaged in the... Actually, we're not going to repair the castle. We're going to convert this place to a town. Because the castle will, when it gets turned into the town, the castle will be changed over anyway, so there's no point. Crete. We could attack Crete, which belongs to Venice. How long has this recording been going for? 25 minutes. I could probably make this, you do get to see all my icons on my computer. So, OBS doesn't have an on-screen, clock to indicate how long the recording has been going for, unfortunately. We'll send these...
Your Majesty.
I don't know Greek.
Yes.
I did study a little bit of it on Duolingo, but not enough to...
March!
be any
We
good at
march
it,
no
and I
further today,
definitely could
Lord.
not say what the correct pronunciation of this is. Yeah, it might be a good idea to have a diplomat handy. In fact, let's what units can everyone get? Yeah, I think might be a wise idea to have anything that isn't a castle have town halls so we can have diplomats, because when the chips are down you need them. And Bluster towers are expensive, but you know, we really can't afford to lose Constantinople. So we're going to take our turn so that next time we start off with... it'll be us ready to go, and that should be it for today, unless something drastic happens, which it did not. More adoptions for the adoption god. The Holy Roman Empire have overtaken us. We don't have enough coin to do our buildings, that's fine, we'll just wait a few turns. Our son-in-law feels unappreciated. Yeah, people can, generals can turn on you, unfortunately. In fact, I'll keep these cavalry here, because if the Venetians do attack us, it's better to have them
Orders, march!
ready.
We continue tomorrow, my lord.
And I think that'll be it for the day. So we've done well, we've taken a few regions, and the Byzantine Empire is larger than it's been in hundreds of years. So thank you all very much for watching. This may not have been the most exciting episode, but you know, we're doing well, I think. So thank you very much for watching. This has been Darius, and no matter where you are in the world, have a good day.